Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video on a past paper, so let's do AdMaths. Let's do some AdMaths. You can see that this is the February-March 2022 paper. The code's 0606, for those who didn't know, /22, so that's the longer paper that we have. Alright, let's not waste time, let's do question 1. Okay, question 1 says, a line L has an equation that, let's highlight information. Equation that this is line L, and then I have points A and B. Okay, so points A and B. And what else? I want the equation of a line parallel passes through the midpoint of AB. Now in AdMaths, whenever you see a word, you want to find it. So right here, what I see first in my mind is midpoint of AB. So let's do that. Midpoint of AB, it's going to be just the average of the x and the y coordinates. It's minus 6 plus 1 over 2. That's the x coordinate. Now let's do the y. 7 plus 9 over 2. That should leave you 5, net minus 5 over 2, and 8. Yeah, minus 5 over 2 and 8. Right, so that's the midpoint. What else? Find the equation of the line parallel. Parallel means same gradient. So let's rearrange 4x plus 5y equals 9 so that we can get the gradient. It's going to be 5y equals 9 minus 4x. And y is equal to minus 4 over 5x plus 9 over 5. Alright. I know the gradient's the same, so I can just take out the minus 4 over 5. Let's put it in the equation. Y minus 8 equals m is negative 4 over 5, x minus negative 5 over 2. 5 over 2. So yeah, all you gotta do is just simplify this equation. So you'll have minus 4 over 5. You know what, I'm just going to times both sides by 5. So you're going to get 5y minus 40. Then minus 4x plus minus 10. Okay. Now 5y equals minus 4x plus 30. And you can leave it like that, or you can leave it as 5y plus 4x equals 30. Alright, just so it looks nicer. And that is how you do this question without even thinking. I just used the information that I know. Okay, and this is the line parallel to L. Why is it parallel to L? Same gradient. Second is it did pass through the midpoint of AB. Now let's look at the next question. Solve the equation this. Right. First thing that came to my mind is the same base. Both of them are log 5, except for the 2, so let's just combine the log 5s. Every time you see minus on a log, give me a sec. Every time you see this minus on a log, it means you divide the inside. Okay, what does it mean by dividing the inside? It's still going to be log 5, but it's going to be the 8x plus 7 from the first, and then you're going to divide the 2x from the second log term. And this will equal 2. Okay, I didn't do anything extra, just combining them because minus means divide the inside. Now, I can use my laws of logarithm and an index. I can just change it back to indices. 5 squared is 8x plus 7 over 2x, which means 50x equals 8x plus 7. 42x equals 7, so x is 1 over 6. Now there's another way to do this that's more universal that you can apply to any question that you get, which is to change everything into logs. So I'm not going to talk about the minus sign again. I'm still going to copy the log 5, 8x plus 7 over 2x. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to change the 2 into a log 5. So you're going to get 2 log 5, 5. which means you'll get log 5 squared equals, well, the same thing. Okay, this is method 2 if you prefer this one. Now, because both sides have log, I can just cancel the log 5. Because it's, well, 1, they have log on both sides. Second is, it's the same log. And you can see that we end up with the same thing. You still end up with 8x plus 7 equals 50x, which gives you the same answer, 1 over 6. Alright, so pick one. Now, let's look at this. This is probability. It says that a group of students, 4 girls and 3 boys, stand in a line. Find the number of different ways students can stand if there are no restrictions. First thing that came to my mind is thought process, because I know this is not an easy chapter. I am going to be using everyone. I'm not going to leave out 1 boy or 2 girls. No one's going to be left out. If I'm using everyone, you want to do factorial. Okay, so 7 students means 7 factorial. Let's just use our calculator for that. 7 factorial, where is that? Okay, it's 5040. Okay, let's look at the next thing. Find a number of different ways the students can stand in line if 3 boys are next to each other. Okay, let's just draw a line for the 3 boys. And you can see that there are 4 girls left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So girl, 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 and girl. Now, how many different ways can we rearrange this? Just going to move that here. Well, you can see that there are 5 moving parts, right? Hold on. You can see that there are 5 moving parts. Again, you're using everyone, so 5 factorial, 5 moving parts. But among the 3 boys, they can also swap places between each other. So that's another 3 factorial, because all 3 of them are going to be moving. Like I said, if you're using everyone, it's factorial. Okay, so all these events happen in the same case. That means we have to multiply. The answer is 3 factorial times 5 factorial. You will have, let's see, 720. 720. So just write it in. 720. Okay, next. Cam and Dea are 2 of the girls. Cam and Dea are 2 of the girls. Find a number of ways they can stand in line if Cam and Dea are not next to each other. Okay, this is complicated because not next to each other means there could be 1 boy between them, 2 boys between them, 3 boys between them. There's just too many possibilities, and I get too lazy to count all of them. Plus, it's only for 2 marks. So instead of calculating 1 by 1, all the possibilities, what you can do is you can calculate the times when they are next to each other and just minus that from the total. Because the logic is this: not together plus together should equal the total. Okay, that means to get the not together, I just got to take the total minus the together. I already have the total. It's up here, 5040, right? That's all the possibilities. I just got to minus it together now. How do I know what's together? Okay, let's just draw it down here. Cam and Dea, so they have to be together, right? C, D, together. And everyone else, boy, 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 girl, girl. 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, same logic. Do you see 6 moving parts? Right, this can go here, this can go there. So again, I'm using everyone. That's going to be 6 factorial. But Cam and Dea can also switch places among themselves. So that's 2 factorial. So just multiply 6 factorial by 2 factorial. That's your together. Minus from the total, you should get 2 factorial minus 2 factorial. Yeah, 6 factorial minus 2 factorial. oh sorry, times 2 factorial, 6 factorial times 2 factorial. Okay, then I'll take 5040 minus that, and it's 3600. Okay, so that's the logic between this if you're using everyone. Now let's keep going. Find the x-coordinates of the points of intersection between these two curves. Alright, it says x-coordinate, so just x, and then you want intersect of these two curves. To intersect means they have the same x and y coordinate. That's what intersect means. They're touching the same point. So to make sure they equal the x and y, you just equal the equations. So let's equal the equations. This is very nice because it's already arranged. I just have to substitute my y. So x squared over 4 plus, I'm going to write 1 over 9. Just bring the y down, which I still can as long as I times. 3 over 2x squared equals 1. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by 36, and you'll see why. This first term, when you times 36, you will have 9x squared. Second term, when you times 36, you will have 4 times 9 over 4x squared. Then you will equal 36, which you can easily just bring it over. I hope you see where I'm going with this, because now it's starting to be a quadratic problem. Okay? Right. When you simplify, you will have 9x squared plus 9 over x squared minus 36 equals 0. You can multiply everything by x squared, so that's going to be 9x powered 4 plus 9, yeah, just 9. Oh, you know what, I'm just going to move 36 in front. Plus 9 equals 0. Let's simplify it a little bit. You're going to get x powered 4 minus, divided by 9 is 4x squared plus 1 equals 0. Okay. So now that I'm here, I can just easily factorize, right? I can just easily factorize. But you're not used to doing x powered 4s, you could just substitute that with something else. So let's let y equals x powered 4, which means my new equation is going to be y squared minus 4y plus 1 equals 0. Now that I can do, because that my calculator can just do for me. I'll move this up. Move that up. Give me a sec. Okay, just move that up. Now, my calculator can do this, so can yours. Just gotta know how to do it. It may look different, but you'll still get the same answer. 1 minus 4 and 1. Okay, very, very weird numbers. So it looks like I can't do the calculator trick. I will have to use the formula. Negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let's substitute these numbers in. For those who don't know, this formula is actually, it should be on the first page. Yeah, there you go. The first page is the first formula. Okay, so let's go back to our question. This is your a, this is your b, and your c. Make sure you substitute them correctly. Alright, so your b is negative 4. Be careful of the negative. So minus negative 4 plus minus square root of, you'll have minus 4 again squared, minus 4. A is just 1, C is 1. Be careful of what you substitute, especially the negatives. That's where people get confused. Divided by 2 times 1, because A is 1. Alright, you can pause this video at any time just to see what I substituted. Okay, let's simplify. You're going to get 4 plus minus square root of, that's going to be 16 minus 4, 12. 12, yeah, divided by 2. Alright, so instead of me typing this in the calculator, what I'm going to do is I will cheat. I remember that my calculator already has the answers, right? It's 3.73, so I'll just write that, 3.732, and the other one is 0.2679. So that is how I can cheat. Well, I mean, I did it. I got the answer. It's just I'm too lazy to type it in, and my calculator already told me what the answer is. So why not use that? Okay, but you're not done, because this is just y. We want x. How do we get x? Remember that x equals, we substituted x equals, sorry, no, this should be x squared. Yeah. Remember that y is x squared, so let's just put the x squared back in the equation. Let's just put the x squared back in the equation. So x squared equals 3.732, or x squared equals 0.2679. All you gotta do now is just type it in your calculator. Let's type it in. Just change the mode back. 3.732 square root of that will be 1.932. Okay, plus minus, because every time you square root something, you have both the positive and the negative answer. Now we'll do the same to the other one, 0.2679. That's gonna be plus minus 0.5176. All right, and that is how you do this one. Now the hard part isn't the simultaneous equations nor the factorization. The hard part would be knowing what to do with x powered 4. Okay, let's keep going. Diagram shows the graph of that, where fx is a quadratic function. This is an absolute function. What it means is whatever negative numbers you have, you just push it forward and force it to be positive. That's what those lines mean. Okay, so write down the two possible expressions for fx. Basically, they want the equation for fx. Okay, that's what possible expressions mean. Now, equations come from roots, and we can get roots from equations. I already see two roots here, 1 and 4. So I can say x equals 1 or x equals 4. That means x minus 1 equals 0, or x minus 4 equals 0. So x minus 1, x minus 4 equals 0. That helped me get the roots. That means fx, since it's an absolute function, you have positive x minus 1, x minus 4, and you could also have negative x minus 1, x minus 4, because of the absolute value. This thing here forces everything to be positive. That's why I can have two answers. Now let's keep going. The three roots of p are, oh wow, just look at the roots. Okay, so there's three roots here, and then they gave me an equation with missing a's and b's. Alright, where a and b are positive integers, n is a negative integer. I feel like that's useful somewhere. Find px, simplifying your coefficients. Okay. Because I did the same thing on A, pretty sure I'm going to do the same thing on B. Usually it's like that at math. So x equals 1 over 5, which means 5x minus 1 equals 0. X equals n, which means x minus n equals 0. X equals n plus 1, which means x minus n minus 1 equals 0. Okay, wow. Let's combine them. Yeah. So 5x minus 1, x minus n, and x minus n minus 1 equals 0. When you multiply these three things together, you should get px, because it told you that those are the roots. Alright, let's multiply. It looks like it'll be a very, very long working. Okay, I'm just gonna start with these two. 5x squared minus 5nx plus minus x nx minus x plus n. And then now you gotta times this with x minus n minus 1. Okay, let's begin. This is gonna be very long. 5x squared times x, that's 5x cubed. Then you have minus 5nx squared and minus 5x squared. So what I did is, for those who don't know, I'm taking one term and I'm multiplying all three of these terms. And I'm going to do the same for the next. I'm going to times all three of those terms until I'm done expanding. So you can see that it's going to be very, very long. So you're going to have minus 5nx squared. And then you're going to have plus 5n squared x. And you're going to have plus 5nx. Alright, not done. Got two more to go. I'll write it below. So you'll have minus x squared. Let me just highlight this so I remember. Minus x squared plus xn. Then I will have plus x. Alright, let's keep going. Just gonna highlight the last one so I remember. Now n's turn, so it's going to be plus nx plus, minus n squared minus n. All of this equals 0. Okay, or, you know what, all of this actually equals px. Remember? Because they should equal. I'll compare them later. Let's try and simplify. Now, I'm just going to compare this. All right, every time, I fully expanded, I just haven't simplified. So what I'm going to do is compare the x cubed. 5x cubed, 5x cubed. If you can make sure of that, you can already start comparing because the x cubed are the same. So the others should also be the same according to the question. Alright, so let us start comparing. I'm not going to compare a and b first. The reason is because if I find a, it's going to equal something n. If I find b, it's going to equal something n. I could show you, right? You're not going to get the answer if you try that. You should try with the -2 first. But it doesn't hurt to do that first either. Let's say a. If you look up here, a is anything with x squared up here. Okay? So who else has x squared? This guy, this as well, and this. Oh, sorry. Okay, so these are your x squared people. I can write them out. Negative 5n minus 5 minus 5n minus 1 should equal a. All of these belong with x squared. If you simplify, you won't get the answer, but you can. Minus 10n minus 6 equals a. You can see that it doesn't give you the answer. And b won't give you the answer either because you will still have n as a term. How can you get n? So the point is getting n. Okay? So getting n is anything without any x. Right? So I'm gonna pick this 2. You know what? I'm gonna erase all this. I'm gonna pick minus 2. I'm gonna use red. This minus 2, it should equal everything without an x. So let's pick everything without an x, which are gonna be these two. This. Oh no, sorry, that's an x. Oh yeah, okay, so that's it. So minus n squared minus n should equal -2, which means n squared plus n minus 2 equals 0. Then we can factorize, same thing, calculator trick. 1 minus 2. Okay, so n will equal -2, n will equal 1. I can just undo that, and it looks like I did it. X plus 2, x minus 1. Now it looks like I did it. Oh, sorry, n This is supposed to be n. Alright, there's two answers for n, which doesn't help me at all, because there can only be one n, because there's only one a. Ah, there we go. So it says that n is a negative integer. I know which one to reject now. I will reject this answer. Reject, because n is bigger than 0. It's positive. I can't have that. So I know what n is now. It's minus 2. I can put it in to get a. A equals minus 10 minus 2 minus 6. So that's 20 minus 6. You'll get 14. That's a. Okay, all this is a. Okay, and how did I get a? Because I got n first. That's n. Now to get b, because that's what they want, right? Yeah, get b. How do we get b? Same thing. Now we compare everything with just an x. Okay, with just an x, because b is, well, b only has an x. So if you look at, just gonna erase all this so it doesn't confuse you. If you look at b, b is the only term with the x. So that should equal everything with the x. This one, this one, this one, this one. Alright, let's just write them down. B should equal 5n plus n plus 1 plus n, which I know n is just negative 2. So it's 5 times negative 2 minus 2 plus 1 minus 2. That's going to be, minus 10 minus 2 plus 1 minus 2. Minus 10 minus 2 plus 1 minus 2. Did I get that right? Oh, there's one more. This one. 5n squared x. Okay, so 5n squared x. Yeah, 5n squared. Okay, because I counted the total number of terms and I didn't get all the terms, so I know something's wrong. Plus 5 times minus 2 squared. You are going to get 4, 5, 20 minus 10 minus 2 minus 2 plus 1. 7. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, and I got all the terms, right? Yeah, I used everything. Okay, so that is the answer. Now, let's keep going. Use the binomial theorem to expand that in ascending powers of x as far as determine x cubed. Okay, getting x cubed, I gotta expand. Let's write it down. 1 plus 3x7. It's just 1 powered 7 plus 7c1. And then you get 2 brackets. This is going to be 6 and 1. 1 and 3x. Same thing. This is going to be 7c2. 2 brackets. This is going to be 5, 2 this time. You can see that the front bracket is decreasing in power. Hold on. This is 7. This is 6. This is 5. And then if you look at the back power, it's actually increasing. Let me get a different color. It's 1, 2, right? So that's the pattern. And you will have 1 and 3x. That doesn't change. It's 1 and 3x. I'm going to write it in red so everyone can see. That doesn't change. Then you're going to plus 7c3 plus dot dot dot. The reason why I plus dot 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 is because I haven't fully expanded yet. I only need the first 3 because that gives me 4, 3. That gives me my x cubed. You'll see when I'm done expanding, you will have x cubed. The reason I know this is because I have done these questions long enough. I can tell when to stop. Alright, we'll simplify. 1 power 7 is 1. 7c1 is 1 times 3, so 21x. Plus, okay, that I need my calculator. 7c2 times 1 powered 5 is 1, so I can ignore that. and then 3x squared, that's going to be 9. 189. 189x squared plus, you can see that the next term is going to be x cubed, right? 7c3 times 1 powered 4 is 1. 3 cubed is 27, so 945. So it's going to be 945. 945 x cubed plus dot dot dot. So you can see that I have x cubed and I've simplified. This is how you get 2 marks. Alright, let's keep going. Show that your expansion gives the value of this equaling that. The problem is I don't have 1.03. I have a formula for it. If I equal the formula, I get to use the expansion. Let me show you what I mean. 1.03 powered 7, this is what I'm trying to find. I have 1 plus 3x powered 7. If I equal them, I will manage to get x. Okay, both power 7 I can cancel. And both I can minus 1, so 0.03 equals 3x, which means x equals 0.01. Now that I know what x is and I've equaled them, that means I can use the formula to get it, right? That means the formula for 1 plus 3x powered 7 can now be used to find the answer of that. 1 plus 21, x is 0.01 plus 189, 0.01 squared plus 945, again 0.01 cubed plus dot dot dot. The reason, like I said, plus dot 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 is because you haven't expanded everything. But you should get a close enough answer. Alright, let's see. 1 plus 21x, I'm actually going to type x in here, plus 189x squared, and plus 945x cubed. Oh, cubed. Hold on, cubed. Okay. Calculate 0.01. So you're going to get 1.2298, which simplifies into 1.23. Okay? And you can actually check this. If you type 1.03, oh, give me a second. Oh, no. Okay, if you type 1.03 power 7, you get almost the same thing. Okay, but of course, because you didn't expand everything, you have lesser decimals. Alright. So I've shown. Done. Now, find the term independent of x in this equation. Independent, know this word. Independent means I don't want x. No x. Alright. You know the format of expanding binomials, right? It's always something, c something, and then you get 2 brackets, right? You get 2 brackets. If you guys memorize the formula, go ahead and use the formula. But this is the basic, the general idea. This is a, this is the total, and this is b. This is going to be power a. This is going to be power b. This is kind of the formula. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test. Okay, I can see that there is an x powered 4 on the top. So x powered 4 over, on the bottom I have x. Now let's just pair the powers for a bit. If, remember, your total power must be 15. If I know that the top has to have a lower power, so maybe 5 and bottom power 10. So you can see that the total is still 15. You're going to get x powered 20 over x powered 10, which doesn't help you get rid of x, right? Let's change the powers up a bit. Let's try powered 3 and 12. Again, the total is 15. So this time, let's see again. You're going to get power 12 and bottom, oh, also power 12. So that cancels, right? You need 12 on the bottom power, and you need 3 on the top power. You need, let's write that down here. You need this to be power 3, and you need this to be power 12. So let's transfer what we've learned into here. This is now power 3, this is now power 12. And b is always the one at the back, so power 12. Total power is 15, so that's 15c2. Once you have all these ready, just substitute what you know. So x powered 4 over 2, and then 2 over x on the second bracket. Alright, let's simplify. What is 15c2? Let's see. 15c2. Sorry, no, c12. 15c12. 455. Okay. And then let's expand the x brackets. That's going to be x powered 12 over 8. And that's going to be 2 powered 12. Wow. 2 to the 12 is 4096. Divided by x to the 12. You can see that the x cancels out nicely. So just type the rest of the numbers in the calculator. Answer divided by 8 times 455, it's 232,960. Very nice. So it's 2 marks, that's why you want to, try and do it faster, but it'll take time to practice. Okay, in this question, all angles are in radians. Alright, so you might as well, you want to change your calculator to radians. I can easily just change it here because it's a digital one, but you should know how to change your calculator into radians. I've just changed mine. Solve the equation, secant squared equals tangent theta plus 3. Okay, I hope you remember your 3 basic higher trigonometry equations. We have secant. Okay, well, we start with sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. You can divide everything by sine. You're going to get 1 plus cotangent squared theta equals sine cosecant squared theta. Okay, or you can divide everything by cosine. Then you'll have tangent squared theta plus 1 equals secant squared theta. Okay, you should know those 3. Now solve this equation. You can see that I'm going to be using this in here. Reason is because I get tangent, which is on the other side. So tangent squared theta plus 1 should equal tangent theta plus 3. I think it's also on the first page. Yeah, it is on the first page. So there you go, this formula. Okay, so you're going to be needing that. Alright, simplify this a little bit. You can see that it becomes a quadratic. I'm going to let y equals tangent theta. So you're going to have y squared plus 1 equals y plus 3. Y squared minus y minus 2 equals 0. You can just do your calculator with this. Same thing, 1 minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, so you can see that y equals minus 1 and the other answer is y equals 2. Alright, y plus 1 equals 0, y minus 2 equals 0, so that's y plus 1, y minus 2. Okay, I know what y is, but again, that's not what you want. You want tangent theta, right? So just change it back. Tangent theta equals minus 1. You can just do your math on the calculator. Inverse of tangent minus 1. It is theta equals minus 0.785. Okay, now next thing you want to look at is your range. you can see that your range, give me a sec. Okay, you can see that for your range, they want it to be between negative pi to pi. So that's negative 180 to 180, if you didn't know. Okay, right. So I already have this negative 0.785 thing. How do I get the other number? You will need the idea of the 4 quadrants. So 4 quadrants, I'm gonna draw it up here. A, S, T, C. Well, to me, I remember it this way. All science teachers crazy. Now I have them written down. Minus 0.785 is actually down here. This is minus 0.785. Okay? You can see that tangent gives you minus 1, which is a negative answer. The other negative answer is up here. The other negative answer is going to be up there. So just got to get the basic angle, which is that. And then you take pi minus that. Pi minus 0.785. You'll get these two answers. 0.785 is basically negative pi over 4. You can still leave it as the decimal if you want. And the other one is going to be your 3 pi over 4. Those are your first two answers. Let's get the other two answers. Tangent theta equals what's the 2, okay. So theta equals, let's inverse tangent of 2. You're gonna get 1.11. Yeah, 1.11. What is the other answer? Well, 1.11, positive tangent. Let's just draw where that is here. 1.11. That's up here, yeah. 1.11. You want to get the other tangent's answer, which is down here. So to get this answer, you take pi plus that. So plus pi. Wait, no. Oh, you want to get back the negative answer because this is over 180 already. Let's go back. Let's go back here then. Okay, so you want to take pi minus answer, and then plus, yep, 2.03. Okay, so it's negative 2.03. I'm gonna redo the working. I know my basic angle is 1.11. All right, and for me to get to this here, the second quadrant, negative. Well, if you're looking at the negative side, second quadrant, just take pi minus 1.11 because that's how second quadrant works. Now you see 2.03, but it's going to be negative 2.03 because you're looking at the negative quadrant. Alright, if you need more help, please do comment below. I'll make a video on that. So these are your 4 answers of theta. Oh, let me just show the working. Pi minus 1.11, so negative 2.03. 1.11. Alright, now show that for all of this. Oh, okay, basically you're showing left-hand side equals right-hand side. Alright, let's try and prove it. If it looks too complicated, always do the complicated part first. So you can see that the left is more complicated. Left-hand side is tangent over square root of 1 minus cosine squared. Okay. If it looks too complicated, change everything into sine and cosine. That's what I always do. So tangent is going to be sine over cosine. And then you're going to divide this by square root of, there is a formula for this one, right? 1 minus cosine squared theta. Let's go back and see. 1 minus cosine squared theta is just the first one. 1 minus cosine squared theta. If I move this, then I will have sine squared A equals 1 minus cosine squared A. This is what I'm using. 1 minus cosine squared theta. Oh, let me just change. Same logic, I know that I can substitute that for sine squared theta. So let's do sine squared theta. So this is going to be sine squared, oh, it's not theta, that, whatever that symbol is. So it's going to be sine over cosine times 1 over sine, because the square root and the square will cancel. This and the square cancels. And you can cancel even more, right? This and that cancels. You will have 1 over cosine, which is just secant, yeah, secant. Right, for those who have trouble memorizing all this, I've seen this somewhere on YouTube. Some other teacher told everyone else that you can actually just look at the third letter. So secant theta, cosecant theta, and cotangent theta. Now how do you memorize this quickly? Just look at the third letter. C stands for cosecant. Well, no, sorry, cosine. S on the third letter stands for sine. And then T stands for tangent. I hope this helps you remember. That's what I'm using to do this. Alright, let's keep going. Given that cosecant is that and that, find the value of cotangent x. Okay, cosecant is, again, third letter, so sine. 1 over sine x is negative 17 over 8, which means sine x is negative 8 over 17. Now, you can see that sine equals a negative answer. Let's do the 4-quadrant thing. ASTC. All science teachers crazy. Sine negative. Okay, for sine to be negative, it will never be these two. Okay, those two main signs are positive. So it's going to be either quadrant 3 or 4. Fortunately, they gave us the scale, right? It told us 3 pi over 2 to 2 pi. That means quadrant 4. Quadrant 4. Okay. So let's draw our triangle. It goes down like that. Okay, your angle. Right, opposite is, well, don't forget that sine is just opposite over hypotenuse. So it's going to be minus 8 because the triangle is going down. And then hypotenuse is 17, so I'll put the 17 here. Alright, just going to clear that ink. What is the missing length? Let's try and get the missing length. Okay, so calculator. This is just Pythagoras. Alright, Pythagoras. So 17 squared minus 8 squared, you're going to get 225. Square root of that gives you 15. So 15, the reason why 15 is positive because it's moving towards the right where all the positive numbers are. Okay, all right. Now, they want us to find the value of cotangent x. Cotangent x is just 1 over tangent x, which is 1 over opposite over adjacent, which is adjacent over opposite. Okay, hopefully you remember those formulas from basic maths and extended maths. Adjacent is 15, opposite is minus 8. So that is going to be your answer. You're going to have negative 15 over 8. Yeah, that's the exact value. Okay, let's keep going. The diagram shows the sector AOB of a circle. AOB, circle, okay. Center O, radius 15. Alright, these are all important information, by the way. Radius 15, AOB is pi over 6, and then we got ACM. AC is a straight line, very, very important. Find A such that the area is equal to the area, okay. Every time, like I said, there's not much thinking needed for AdMaths. Whatever you see, that's what you do. So, area of triangle AOC. Let's try and get that first. Area of AOC. I'm going to use blue. Area of AOC. It's a triangle, so half AB sine C. The reason why I use AB sine C is because there is no 90 degrees, so I cannot do half base height. Now, half A, length A is 15, that's A. B, this is just 15 minus A, isn't it? So 15 times 15 minus A, sine angle is pi over 6. Okay, let's see what we get. Again, I'm in radians. I haven't changed back to degrees. Okay. Sine of pi over 6. Okay, 0.5 times 0.5 again times 15. You're going to get 3.75. 15 minus A. I'm not going to expand the bracket because it's going to be a mess. So let's leave it like that for now. Let's just get the area of the entire arc first. Area over, this is what I do to get what I want. So area over total. Total in a circle, the area is always pi r squared. Equals, I have the angle pi over 6, right? And that should be divided by the total as well. The total length, the total angle in any circle is 2 pi. Again, I'm doing all of this in radians. So let's simplify. Pi and pi, you cancel. Area is going to be pi over 6 divide 2, so that's pi over 12 times. Radius is 15, I remember that, so 15 squared. This is going to be the area of arc. Okay. Now, I know that this is equal to that, so they must be the same. Okay. What can I do now from all the information? Sorry, area of sector. Sector. Area of, following this information, AOC is equal to area of ACB. Okay, so area of AOC should equal area of ACB. Yeah. AOC is just 3.75 times 15 minus A, and it should equal ACB, which is, where is that again? 15 over, yeah, 15 squared over, yeah, I'll just type that in. 15 squared divided by 12, 18.75. 18.75 pi. I feel like something is missing. Oh, they're not equal. You got to times 2 on AOC. Okay, don't forget. You got to times 2 on AOC. Yeah, you got to times 2 on AOC. Should be it. Okay, let's see what we get. 18.75 pi. Do we also have pi? Yeah. Hold on, let's check. 3.75 times 2. Okay, so 18.75 divided by answer is 2.5. Alright, so I'll have 2.5 pi. And that should equal 15 minus A. A equals 15 minus, I'll write it as a fraction, 5 over 2 pi. Alright, that should be A. Okay, the reason you times 2 is because of the relationship I highlighted in green. If you're having trouble, it's okay to just rewind and read it again. Now, let's look at question B. For the value of A, right, I have A, right, 15 minus 5 over 2 pi. Find the perimeter of the shaded region. Perimeter of the shaded region, which means AB plus AC plus BC. All right. I have A. To get this is just I want the length. Arc length over total length in a circle is 2 pi r. And I can just equal the angle, pi over 6 over. Total angle is 2 pi. That's what I always do. I always put what I want, and I always divide it by the total. And it works for most of the formulas if you take maths or add maths from me. AC, you can see that it belongs to this triangle. You have more lengths and information in that. That's clearly cosine rule. Alright, now we have all the information. Let us get the perimeter. Perimeter is going to be, let's just do the cosine rule. So AC is what you want, AC squared. The cosine rule is just Pythagoras minus the extra length. Sorry, minus the extra length. So AC equals, it's going to be 15 squared OC squared. You can see that it's Pythagoras minus 2 times 15 OC cosine pi over 6. Cosine the angle that you're using. Okay, so the front part is just Pythagoras. Right, we know what OC is. It's just 15 minus A. Okay, so it's going to be pretty long. Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy all of that down, and I'm gonna simplify this first before copying all of, let's just copy all of it down for now. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna simplify a bit. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. Okay. And to get AC, because we need AC, just square root both sides. That should be AC. So AC plus AB plus BC. I have AC now. I'll just move this there. Now let's get AB. AB, where's AB? AB is the arc length. Okay, so arc length, it has to be from here. So you can see that length equals, cancel the pi, cancel the 2. I'm left with pi over 6 times r, which is 15. So arc length is going to be pi over 6 times 15. Pi over 6, 15. Plus, now I'm going to do BC. BC is A, so A, which is 15 minus 5 over 2 pi. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to write A for now. Okay, let us solve. Oh, pretty long. Okay. OC is... OC. Do we have OC? OC is 15 minus A. 15 minus A. 5 over 2 pi. Okay, 5 over 2 pi. 5 over 2 pi squared minus 2 times 15 times 5 over 2 pi. I know what's cosine pi over 6, right? Yeah, so cosine pi over 6, I can actually get that. It's surd 3 over 2. Surd 3 over 2. Then you got a plus pi over 6, 15. And plus A is just 15 minus 5 over 2 pi. Alright. Wow, a lot of information here. Oh, don't forget, this has to still be under a square root. Okay, let's type all that in. 2 times 15 times 5 over 2. 5 over 2 pi times surd 3 over 2. Okay, there's that. Then 15 squared plus 5 over 2 pi, and oh, this has to be squared as well, and then minus answer. I'm gonna get that, and then you gotta square root that final answer. So 9.09 plus, okay, what's 15 over 6 plus 15 over 6 pi. Oh, pi is here. Then plus 15 minus 5 over 2 pi. So the answer is 24.1. Yeah, I'll just change this to 24.1. Do we have any units? It is cm. 24.1. Okay, now let's do question 9. A vehicle travels along a straight horizontal road. Okay, so horizontal road, straight. At time t equals 0 seconds, the vehicle traveling at a velocity of, okay, so 0 seconds, velocity is w. Passes point O, vehicle travels at this constant velocity for 12 seconds. 12 seconds, constant velocity, so velocity is still w. And then it slows down with constant deceleration. Oh, okay. Alright, so whenever you see this constant deceleration thing, it's gonna, well, the velocity keeps decreasing, and it decreases at a constant gradient, constant slope. So I can't do this anymore. I actually have to draw the graph. So let's draw the graph for this speed, time, distance thing. Okay, so let's draw a graph. This is going to be time and seconds, right? Seconds. And up there, it's going to be velocity. So meters per second. Okay, so starting with O, I start with W. Okay. And then for 12 seconds, I'm still at W, so straight line. And then slows down for 10 seconds, so 22. I slow down to velocity of, oh, okay, so W minus 14. I'm here now. Continues to travel at this velocity for 28 seconds, so I'm at 40 seconds. Until it reaches point A, which is 40 seconds is point A. And same velocity, so okay, right, so that's what I'm getting. Right, yeah. Ugly depiction, but oh wait, sorry, no, 50 seconds, yeah, 50 seconds. Okay, and here is 458 meters away from O. Okay, so just gotta make that note to myself. This is 458 meters distance traveled. Okay, so you can see that they've not mentioned anything else but velocity, distance, and speed. So you're going to be using the velocity formula, most likely. But let's see. Find the value of W. Okay, like I said, you're going to be using the velocity formula because of what I've been told. Let me just resize this. I can't. Okay, that sucks. Let me move that a little bit. Okay. Right. You want W, which you can get from distance, right? You can get from distance. Velocity equals, okay, let's just do a little recap. Velocity equals distance divided by time, so distance equals velocity times time. In this case, velocity is height times base. Basically, you're trying to get the area. That's what you're doing. Okay? So let's get the area of everything. That should equal the distance, which is this 458. So 450, I'll just get the area first. So for the first, you have base of 12, height of W, so 12W, plus, now you have a trapezium, which is just half of base is W times W minus 4, plus W minus 14. A plus B times height, which is 10. Then you gotta plus your third area, which is just 28 times W minus 14. 28 times W minus 14, and all of this should equal 458 because that is the distance. Again, whatever information they tell you, use that. I'm doing this because they told me the distance. So I wrote out the distance formula, which is just the area under the graph. Alright, let's try and calculate 12W plus W minus 7. Oh, so 10W minus 70. And then plus 28W minus, 28 minus 14. 28 times 14, so 392. Should equal 458. So plus 458 plus 70, you get 920. 920. And how many W's is that? 12 plus 10 plus 28. Okay, 50. 50 W's. Oh, I almost dropped. Okay, so you should get 920 divided answer. 18.4. 18.4. And don't forget, W is a velocity, so meters per second. Okay, that's it for A. Hopefully you get that. The hard part is drawing the graph, then remembering that distance is just the area under it. Okay? Alright. Question B. A particle moves in a straight line. The velocity vms per second. Okay, again, it's moving in a straight line. And velocity is v. Time is t, so there's no point writing. Where t is bigger than 0. So this is important. Positive. Time is positive. Okay? I just think it's positive because they wouldn't tell you that. And then v, okay, we have an equation. Find the value of t. So again, this is velocity. So velocity equals distance over time. And it told you find the value of t where the acceleration is 0. We have velocity. You want acceleration. Acceleration is velocity over time, or the change in velocity over change in time. That's what you're going to do in maths. To get the change in velocity over change in time, you differentiate. Right? I hope this is going to help you. I'm going to write those three terms. Distance, velocity, acceleration. To get velocity, you differentiate. To get acceleration, you differentiate again. To get it back, it makes sense to integrate. Okay? Right. I have velocity. I want to get acceleration. I'm going to differentiate. So dv dt is going to, you know what, I'm going to get velocity first. Velocity equals t squared minus 9t plus 20. So dv dt is going to be 2t minus 9. It told me that the acceleration is 0. So 0 equals, by the way, this is also a, so a equals 2t minus 9. So 2t minus 9 equals 0. T should be 4.5 seconds. Alright. I don't think we need the units, but yeah. Okay, find a set of values for t for which the velocity of the particle is negative. Negative means less than 0. So velocity less than 0 means t minus 4, t minus 5 is less than 0. So you're going to have, let's draw that smiley face. This is 4 and this is 5. You can just get the roots from here. T equals 4 and 5. And you want it to be less than 0, so negative parts are down here. If you notice, I've only shaded one part. Because I have only shaded one part, I will have one answer, which is 4 to t to 5. Only that part is negative. And that's done. Now, find the distance traveled by the particle in the first 5 seconds of its motion. So to get distance, remember, from velocity to get distance, we integrate, right? So let's integrate the velocity, to dt. Now, the problem is we can't just integrate from 0 to 5. The reason is because 0 to 4, you are positive, and from the 4th to the 5th second, from here what they asked us to find, okay, question B, from the 4th to the 5th second, it is negative. So if you integrate from 0 to 5, the positive is going to minus the negative. You're not going to get the actual distance. It's going to be lesser than it. So you want to integrate separately. This way it cancels out the negative. Okay? Integrate separately, 0 to 4. Then you plus the other one from 4 to 5. Right. Let's integrate velocity. Integrate velocity. You're going to get t cubed over 3. Okay, to integrate, this is my tip. Just add the power by 1 divided by the new power. Okay, same thing, add the power by 1 divided by new power. So minus 9t squared over 2 minus 9t squared over 2 and gonna plus 20t. Plus, oh, okay, this is from 0 to 4. Then you plus the other one, which is just the same thing. T cubed over 3 minus 9t squared over 2 plus 20t from 4 to 5. Okay, let's get it. Just put numbers in, okay? So that's going to be 4 cubed divided by 3 minus 9t squared, well, your t is now 4, 4 squared divided by 2 plus 20 times 4. This will minus the one where you substitute 0 in. If you substitute 0, it's just 0. So you're actually minusing 0. This is just for the first bracket. Now you got to plus the second bracket, which is 5 cubed over 3 minus 9 times 5 squared over 2 plus 20 times 5 and minus the other one, which is 4 cubed over 3 minus 9 times 4 squared over 2. Then plus 20 times 4. Okay, so you can see that it's a pretty long working for 4 marks. Yeah, it gets tiring, it does. Okay, I'm lazy, so I'm just going to type the function. T cubed 1 over 3 x cubed minus 9 over 2 x squared. If you don't know how to use this, please don't. Plus 20x. Okay, so that's the function, right? What I'm going to do is just substitute whatever I want. Calculate 4. 29.33. Okay, so that's 29 and third minus 0. Plus the other one, calculate 5. 29 calculate, yep. 175 over 6. 29 1 over 6 minus 29 1 over 3. Oh, it has to be a modulus, by the way, so it's forever positive. Okay, so that minus 29, yeah, you can type the calculator any way you want. I'm used to doing this, so 29 x cubed over 3 minus x 9x squared over 2 plus 20x. Calculate 175 over 6. 175 over 6. Calculate 4. 88 over 3. 88 over 3. Okay. 88 over 3 minus 175 over 6. 1 over 6 plus 88 over 3. 59 over 2. Okay, that's it. Yeah, pretty sure that's the right answer. Okay, let's keep going. Relative to an origin, the position vector of point P is that, and a position vector of point Q is that. Position vector means OP, and this is OQ. That's what position vector means. It's good to label so it's easy to see. Point R is such that find a unit vector. Okay, PQ is just PO plus OQ. PO is the opposite of OP, so minus 3i plus 2j. Okay, and I'm going to add OQ, which is just 8i plus 13j. Alright, that's going to give me 5i plus 15j. Okay, let's do PR. PR. It's going to be PO plus OR. PO is the same, it's negative 3i plus 2j plus OR, which I don't know, right? But I do know that the relationship is 5 times bigger than the other. So 5i plus 15j should equal 5 of negative 3i plus 2j plus OR. So that means I plus 3j should be negative 3i plus 2j plus OR. Okay. OR will mean 4i plus j. Yeah, 4i plus j. That's OR. Okay, cool. I have OR now, but I want the unit vector. So unit vector, just take this and you just divide by the distance. Okay, unit vector. So modulus of OR is just 4 squared plus 1 squared. You will have square root of 5. Oh wait, square root of 17, sorry. So unit vector is going to be 4i plus j over square root of 17. Again, I'm only doing what I see. Okay, position vector of S relative to O. S relative to O is just OS. So OS is lambda J. Given that RS is parallel to PQ, so RS, very important information. In vectors, it's going to be especially important. All these parallels. Find the value of lambda. Let's get RS. RS is just RO plus OS, which we already have, right? RO is the opposite, so it's going to be minus 4i plus, minus j, plus lambda. Okay, now let's do PQ, which we already have, right? PQ is just 5i plus 15j. PQ is 5i plus 15j, and they are parallel, which means they are scaling of one another. All right, negative 4i. That lambda is j. Forgot. Okay, negative 4i minus j plus lambda j should equal a of 5i plus 15j. Okay, because they are parallel, I am able to get the ratios of each. So minus 4 over 5i. The scale of the I, the ratio of the I, should also be the ratio of the j, which is just lambda minus 1 over 15. So lambda minus 1 should be negative 12. So lambda should be negative 11. Yeah. And that's how you get lambda. Now let's keep going. Oh, integration. Diagram shows part of the graphs y equals that, and that the line x equals 2 meets the curve at point B. So this is where they intersect. Well, information again, meets the curve at point B, 2B. So again, they intersect. I will be able to use that information to get the intersection point. Okay, let's get the y coordinate of B. Using the same equation because they intercept there. Y equals 6 plus e, 4 times 2, because that's what the coordinate B has, minus 5. It's going to be 6 plus e to the 3. So this is 2, 6 plus e to the 3. That's the coordinate B. What do they want? They want the area of the shaded region, which is not hard, right? Because I just need to take the area of the rectangle, the whole thing, minus the area bounded by the curve, right? And to get this area down here, I just got to integrate. Area bounded. This will give me area of the shaded region. Okay, area of the rectangle shouldn't be hard. It's a rectangle, so base times height. So area of rectangle, base is 2, height is 6 plus e to the cubed, so that's 12 plus 2e cubed. Right, that's the area of rectangle. Let us get the area of, let me just move this. Let's just get the area bounded by the curve. Okay, so area bounded. Always do this, we always integrate the equation to get area. So integrate y dx, or you can just write the equation, integrate 6 plus e 4x minus 5 dx. Okay, now how do we integrate e's? How do we integrate exponentials like that? The natural power, natural base. For the 6, it's just a number, right? So you can integrate that separately, that's just 6x. But e will never change. It's still going to be e 4x minus 5, but what do we divide by? we divide by the derivative of that. When you differentiate 4x minus 5, you have, well, I'm going to keep that circle, why not? You have 4. Okay, so don't forget that. And we want to bound it from 0 to 2, right? Yeah. We want to arrow from 0 to 2, so don't forget it's from 0 to 2. Yeah, it's from 0 to 2. Okay, let's get the area. Same thing as the previous question, just substitute numbers in. 6 times 2 plus E3 divided by 4 modulus minus, well, it's not minus the other thing, which is 6 times 0 plus E minus 5 over 4. And this answer will always be positive. Okay, let us type it in. E to the 3 e to the 3 12 plus e to the 3 minus, divided by 4, minus e to the 5 e to the 5 over 4. You will get negative 20.8. So it becomes positive. Remember, so it's just 20.08. Okay, so let's add. Oh, let's subtract. Let's subtract. That should give you your answer. Okay, let's subtract. We will take 12 plus, what's the rectangle again? 2e cubed. 2e cubed minus 20.08. So 12. Let's get it. 12 plus 2e cubed minus answer. You'll have 72.25. 72.25. Is that right? Okay, 6 plus e to the 3 times 2 minus 20. 32. 32. Okay. Why am I getting completely different numbers? Let me calculate again. E to the 3. Then you minus e to the negative 5. So that's what you get. Then you're going to divide that by 4. That's going to give you 5.019. Well, 5.02. Okay, now you have 12 from the other one. Right, so 12 minus this. 12 plus this. So you're going to get 17 plus 12. You're going to get 17.02. So from your total, 12 plus 2e to the 3, and when you minus the answer, you get 35.15. 35.15, and it's, what am I looking for? Area, so units squared. Okay, and that is how. Alright, let's keep going. Last two questions. Question, all lengths are in centimeters. Diagram shows a right triangular prism of height h inside a right pyramid. The pyramid has a height of 12 and the base of an equilateral triangle. Okay, base of the prism, blah blah blah. Ah, there we go. Pyramids are similar, very important. Okay, so similar, what can we do with this word? Very, very good. We can do the ratios of lengths, right? I'm going to do 12 over h. Okay, so 12 over h, which is just the longer length divided by the shorter length. It should also equal the longer 8 divided by whatever that is. PQ, yeah, PQ. So 8 over PQ. Yep. Wait, hold on. OABC? OABC. And OPQR. OPQR. Oh, sorry. 12 minus H. Yeah. Okay. Right, so what do we get? PQ will equal... I'm just going to rearrange. So 8 times 12 minus h over 12. Yep, I think so. Okay. Show that the volume is that. Show that the volume. Okay. Volume of the triangular prism. The triangular prism is of height h. Okay, so it says that the triangular prism has height h. So pretty sure this thing is the triangular prism, and they want us to prove the area. So let's try and find the volume. Volume of that prism is just cross-sectional area times height. Height is just h. So now our job is just to get the area, which is the area of PRQ. That's the cross-sectional area. This is cross-sectional area, this is height. So times h. Because height is this. Okay, area of PRQ, what can we do? It says that it is an equilateral triangle, side of 8. So that's going to be 8, 8, and that's going to be 60 degrees, right? So half A, B, sine C, 60 degrees. What is 60 degrees in radians? Divide 180. 1 over 3. 1 over 3 pi. You can also write 60 degrees, why not? Yeah, you can also go with 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees times height is just h. Okay. Alright. Wait, it's not 8, sorry, no. It's not 8. It's PQ, right? So it's gonna be 8 times 12 minus h over 12 squared. Yeah, because AB. Sine 60 times height. The reason is because this is not 8. My mistake. This is actually the same length as PQ, which is what we found down here. That is your length. Alright, so let's expand. It looks like a mess already. Sine 60, what's that? Sine can change back to degrees. 60. Surd 3 over 2. Okay. Surd 3 over 2, so that will be surd 3 over 4. H. Times, now let's expand the inside. 8 divided by 12. 8 divided by 12 is 3 over 4, I think. 2/3. Okay, so 2/3 12 minus h squared. Okay, which is 24 minus 2h. 24 minus 2h over 3. Let's expand. You will have 24 squared It's 576 minus 24 times 2 times 2, 96h. And I will plus 4h squared all over 9. Okay. Can everything? Oh no, it can't be divided by 9. But all of them can be divided by 4. Divided by 4 is 24. Okay. So it's 24 plus h squared. Okay. 94, 8. 576 divided 4. 144. 144 and over 9. So now it's just 3 each. Okay, how far am I from my answer? Alright, so I need to bring the 9 out and the h in. Yeah, so let's just bring the 9 out and the h in. So it's going to be third 3 over 9. You're going to have h cubed now, minus 24h squared plus 144. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, so shown. Done. Alright, nice. Okay, last question. It's given that h varies, v has a maximum value. Every time you're calculating the maximum value, differentiate it. So let's do that. dv dh, right? I remember. Why is it dh? Because there's only h in v. So I'm going to copy this. Yeah, I'm going to copy that. This is v. That's v. Move it down a bit. Okay, let us differentiate. Yeah, let's differentiate. So we will have numbers can be ignored because when you differentiate numbers stay the same as the multiple. You're going to have 3h squared minus 48h plus, yeah, that's it, 48h. The 144 will, yeah, plus 144. Okay, and it says maximum, so you're finding the turning point equals 0. Okay, whenever you're finding the turning point, it's equal to 0. So you can see that it's just 3h squared minus 48h plus 144. Okay, and what can you do here? Well, you can divide everything by 3. So when you divide everything by 3, you get h squared minus, I think that's 16. Yep, 16h plus 48. Now you do the calculator trick again. It's just 1 minus 16 and 48. So h equals 4 and h equals 12. So h minus 4, h minus 12, h minus 4 equals 0, h minus 12 equals 0. Okay, right, so h is definitely not going to be 12 because this is the bigger triangle. I will reject this. The answer is 4. Alright, okay, looks like we're done. And that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching.